Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self-realization. Please subscribe our channel for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang. We are currently exploring the book Yoga Essays for Self-Improvement, authored by Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. We will today have a satsang on the lessons of life. It is amazing to think of the strides humanity has made in the realm of science. The moon, once beyond human reach, has now been trodden by human feet. The very barriers presented by time and space are now being surmounted. And yet, in spite of such amazing achievements, it is still more amazing that a human being is unable to cope with his own problems in daily life. Man, although able to uncover hidden secrets in the smallest units of matter, has very little insight into the workings of his own mind, nor even into the great potentials that lie hidden within. In spite of his amazing academic knowledge, man is unable to control his anger and his restless moods. In brief, he does not know the art of experiencing true happiness and peace. And if this simple art is not known, all of one's achievements become futile and all of one's glories become vain. Therefore, an aspirant must turn his attention to the essential teachings of life that have been given by sages and saints from the ancient past and which are still being given by men of wisdom and enlightenment from time to time. Let me outline for you some simple lessons which have been practiced and promoted by great yogis through thousands of years. So, the hope is that we can also feel inspired and apply some of these teachings in our daily life. It is our birthright to be happy. We are the children of immortality. That is the essential belief of Vedanta and Sanatana Dharma. It says, Amritasya Putraha, we are immortal, the children of nectar. So, why do we grieve so much? Why do we lack peace all the time? Why are we so frustrated with life? If we follow these techniques, these suggestions, we hope it will help us. Aspire high. If you want to hit a target with an arrow, you must look at a point above the target. If you direct your attention to some point below the target, you cannot succeed. Much in the same way, if your aspirations in this world are merely for its passing pleasures, what more can you expect but a future of frustration and failure? On the other hand, if you aspire to discover the universal stream of life within yourself, that of communing with Lord Krishna and Jesus, of attaining self realization, you are bound to give a unique charm and beauty to everything that you do. Second, be righteous. Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Yato dharmas tato jayaha, meaning where there is righteousness, there is victory. True victory in life is the attainment of the mastery over the mind and senses, which leads directly to the attainment of self realization. This puts an end to the cycles of birth and death. So it's no small target, no small achievement to perpetually eliminate this birth and death that has been going on for countless cycles. To terminate it is indeed a worthy goal and a great target to aspire for. Do not constrain others to be righteous. By your own example, you will gently lead them to follow the path of righteousness. But if you become too eager to make the world righteous without allowing the roots of righteousness to enter deep into your own heart, your efforts will become hypocritical and will have negative results. The first rule of thumb for all spiritual preceptors and gurus and aspirants is to practice practice what we preach and teach, otherwise, it becomes a hollow teaching. Of course, you need to gain insight into what righteousness is through the study of sacred texts such as the Bhagavad Gita, the Bible, and many other holy scriptures. Such a study should be made under expert guidance so that you develop deep insight into the true meaning of righteousness without being burdened with the petty minded concepts of so called religious teachers. And that's why you need a spiritual preceptor who is open minded, universal, and is connected to the one God. He is not stuck into religious dogmas or cults or certain ways of doing thing is the only way to do it. So many people are stuck into their little areas, yet they are far away from God. But if you look around life, you look around countries, continents, people, we all have the same composition, same body, same eyes, nose, ears. We reproduce the same way. We are born and then we die. So the universal concepts are all the same. Nature does not discriminate. The same water, fire, air, earth, ether is in every atom, everywhere. Every country has those things. So religion is simply man's attempt to reach that divine concept through his belief systems. So, different religions, they're all good. Nobody tells you to do bad things, but it takes a true teacher who has the experience to guide an aspirant on the holy path because he has had the experience. He knows what will work and what is to be avoided. Third is be ever active. There is a striking lesson one learns from running brooks, from the sparkling waters of murmuring rivers, the cascading showers of waterfalls. Where there is inertia, there is stagnation, ugliness, and death. But where there is constant movement and activity, there is bubbling joyousness, energy, and creativity. Do not plan to retire from the activities of life. Rather, learn to selflessly enjoy works of various kinds, gain insight into the spirit of Karma Yoga, and allow your life to be infused with the spirit of selflessness. Do things for others without any motive of your own. Instead of thinking, what can I do to make my life more comfortable, pleasurable, and secure? You may think, what should I do to be of service to people around me? How am I to plant a garden of prosperity, peace, and happiness in the hearts of others? When you begin to envision the joys of selflessness, you will no longer remain confined to the narrow limits of an ego dominated life. Herein lies the great secret of true success and prosperity. Where the vision is confined to the little self, there breed misery and frustration. But where the vision rises beyond the little self, there bloom the rare flowers of divine virtues. Fourth is be a witness. Learn the art of detachment. Detachment, when correctly understood, will not give you the idea of becoming cold and indifferent towards the problems of others. Rather, detachment will endow you with a special charm. Detachment is like flying high. The higher you fly, the wider a landscape you are able to view. But when you are unable to fly beyond the limited realities of your daily life, you are like a person who is confined to the narrow cell, unable to enjoy the expansion of nature. Be ever aware of the fact that this world is a mysterious creation. Reflect upon the spirit of the Vedantic saying, nothing exists, nothing belongs to me. Thus, learn to live your life like an actor playing a role in a theatrical stage. Maya ultimately is all illusion. We didn't exist, we now exist, and we won't exist after we are gone. So, what is appearing is also like a mirage only. There is, however, a note of warning. Each time you are able to lift your mind beyond the world around you through meditation and prayer, you will find the world to which you return increasingly painful and discordant. This is only natural. As you develop increasing spiritual sensitivity through your inward vision, the world of gossip, backbiting, hypocritical sentiments, and trifling discussions, which seemed so natural to you before, now appear disgusting and bitter because you are progressing inwardly. So, as you advance on the path of yoga, you need to balance your steps in such a way that while you are able to destroy the inner illusions, you are able to develop understanding and tolerance towards the illusions of others. The golden rule of adapt and adjust follows as a corollary to the practical and spiritual detachment. Don't start hating the world. Don't start finding faults with everybody just because you are now experiencing peace and bliss. Because if you do that, very soon you will be sucked back into negativity. So be patient, understand every sinner is a saint in the making, and we were in the same situation also. Look at this world like a hospital where different patients arrive with different diseases, and as soon as they're healed, they are no longer needed there. They leave, depart. That's what we need to do with our progress also. Number 5, steep your mind and heart with the nectar of devotion. True detachment from the world becomes possible when there is increasing attachment to the divine self within one's heart. Remember the great words of the Upanishadic revelation: all is loved for the sake of the self. This comes in Brihad Aranyak Upanishad, where sage Yagyavalkya gives this beautiful insight to his wife regarding this mystery. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. The self within you is nectar. All human efforts and aspirations are expressions of the inner urge to experience supreme bliss or the divine self within. So, that is the essential teaching, but we try to find it in the material world and in the objects of the world. So, we will continue this beautiful journey and we will finish this wonderful chapter in tomorrow's satsang. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Hari Om Tat Sat.